is the Positivism philosophy of thinking according to Auguste Comte. In Positivism, knowledge is replaced with methodology, and the only methodology is floating convincingly since the Renaissance, and the source during the earth-clearing period was methodology of the natural sciences. Positivism, which marks the crisis in the West, is actually of the many schools of philosophical flow in the West, and this flow developed since the 19th century, with the pioneer was a French philosopher named Auguste Comte. Although in some aspects it contains novelty, but this view is not a completely new thing, because in the previous period, Kant had developed with his views on empiricism, which in some respects in accordance with positivism. Stages of human thought. According to human development, which is divided into three developments that first took place theologically, then developed into metaphysics, and will develop to the last stage, which is positive. Theological stage. This is attached to humans, to non-humans like nature or what is behind it. At this time or this stage, a person directs his spirit to the inner nature of all things, to the first cause and the ultimate goal of all things. According to its objects, in this era are expressions of supernaturalism, starting from a belief that believes in the existence of magical powers in certain object. That is the most primitive theological stage. Then, trusting in many gods, at the time people discern certain things altogether, each descending from a supernatural power which lies behind them, in such a way that each region of symptoms has its own god, and then becoming monotheism is the high stage at which time humans unite their gods into one supreme figure. This is a century of monarchy and absolute power. According to it, this is a childish century. The second stage is metaphysical stage. That is actually a period where here is a time of change from the theological period, where in the theological period someone only believes in one doctrine and doesn't try to criticize it. And when man reaches the metaphysical stage, he begins to wonder and starts to look for concrete evidence of the views of a doctrine. The metaphysical stage uses strength or tangible evidence that can be directly related to humans. This is a century of nationalism, and general sovereignty has begun to appear, or often this stage is called the Age of Youth. The last or the third stage is positive stage. The positive phase seeks to find a uniform relationships in symptoms. At this stage, a person knows that there is no point in questioning or absolute knowledge. Both theologically or metaphysically, at this stage, people try to find the law of everything from sharing experiments which will ultimately produce scientific facts, proven and can be justified. So, in the positive stage, the meaning is explained, specific facts are related to a general facts. This positive stage, according to Auguste Comte, is a stage that applies to the spiritual development of all humanity, even applies to each individual itself. When a person still has a theological perspective, he still has old-fashioned or outdated. And when people think of reality, he can be a modern person regardless of where they are. So this opinion, when viewed from the point of view, will lead more to the stage in the belief of human heart.